Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Wakenya wenzangu hamjambo. Assalamu alaikum. You know what is going to follow next. Bwana Yesu wasifiwe. Wow. It is a great moment for our country. And I am a very happy man this evening to join this great team. The team that is going to get the generational revolution in Kenya underway. The team led by my friend and brother Uhuru Kenyatta that is going to change this country and change it for good. Ladies and gentlemen, so many manifestos have been done. Many blueprints have been written. The missing link has been the men and women with the courage and ambition and focus to transform ideas into programs that can change the lives of the people of Kenya. This evening, in this auditorium, we are launching the manifesto that will bring change that we can achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, the way to the future is not smooth, it's not easy, but we are up to the task. And believe you me, we have what it takes to take this country to the next level. I have confidence. When TNA says, I believe, it gets into my heart that going forward is an act of faith. When we say kusema na kutenda, it is because the scriptures say faith without works is dead. And so we agree that we believe inawezekana kusema na kutenda. Ladies and gentlemen, it is critical for every citizen, for their children, for their businesses, for their investment, that this country is safe. There are many acts of cattle rustling, of terrorism, the Al-Shabaabs, the crooks, the drug peddlers and barons. They pose a great challenge to our country. As a Jubilee government, we are making a pledge to the people of Kenya that we will transform our security agencies. We will create a legal framework that will enable our security agencies, both the army and the police, change their curriculum so that we can create a force that can multitask and ensure that we secure this country as a matter of priority. It is not possible, ladies and gentlemen, it is not possible to grow this economy by double digits. It is not possible for us to take our tourist arrivals from 1.5 to 5 million without securing this country, without the investors feeling safe, the tourists feeling safe, the businessmen feeling safe, our farmers feeling safe. That is the single priority the Jubilee government will put as a priority so that we can create an environment that is going to be good for growing our economy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are making this pledge this evening that our security men and women will be better trained. We will make sure that security personnel is a well-paying job. Statistics show, ladies and gentlemen, that what 10 security personnel can do on foot, 2 of them can do on a car. Therefore, we are going to increase 5 times the number of vehicles available for our security personnel so that they can arrest the security situation in our country and make sure that this country is safe. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to invest in technology to manage our security concerns. It is possible for us to get targets easy if we have CCTV installed in major highways, in cities, to ensure that criminals are netted at the earliest opportunity without much investment in our other security agencies. Ladies and gentlemen, moving into the future will require the efforts, the talent, the expertise, the knowledge of our young men and women. Youth empowerment will become the fuel to drive the Jubilee Coalition agenda in our country. We believe in our young people. We believe in their talent. We know their skills and expertise and talents can change this country. And we are going to make opportunity available for our young people to contribute their talent, their knowledge, their expertise in transforming this country and creating a knowledge-based, technology-driven economy in our country. We want to tell our young people that under a Jubilee government, we are going to make it possible for young people as individuals or in groups to access interest-free credit that they don't have to get security to acquire. Tunataka vijana watuelewe. Vijana wengi hawana njia ya kufanya biashara kwa sababu hawana uwezo wa kupata mkopo kwa bank, kwa sababu hawawezi kulipa interest ya 20%, hawana title deed ya kupeleka kama security, hawana logbook ya kupeleka kama security, lakini wako na uwezo wa kufanya biashara. Tunasema kama Jubilee Coalition, masafara na mahasla watapata nafasi ya kupata mkopo katika Kenya mpya. We are going to dedicate 2.5% of our national revenue in creating a youth enterprise capital fund to make sure that young men and women can access interest-free credit without having to belabor issues of collateral and security. We believe that enabling more and more young men and women at the grassroots to access credit will transform our rural economies and grow this economy by double digits by involving majority of Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe that youth talent in sports is a talent that has not been nurtured, has not been commercialized, and we have put it on record as Jubilee Coalition that we are going to invest in 5 international modern stadia in our country in the next 5 years. And we are going to improve facilities in every county to make sure that youth have access to training facilities so that we can tap the enormous talent that exists in our sports men and women. Ladies and gentlemen, We are moving into a knowledge-based, technology-driven economy. It is not possible. 92% of the many young people who have no jobs have no skills. A Jubilee government will set up an institute of technology in every ward in this country so that we can equip our young men and women with relevant, effective technological skills. And we are going beyond that and saying that in these technologies, basic skills will be offered free of charge, so that more men and women have access to skills that they can use to transform their own lives. Food security is a critical component of our way into a prosperous future. 2.5 million acres today in our country is uncultivated. We are moving from an era of using oxens and jembes to tractors and harvesters and planters and harrows. That is the transformation and mechanization the Jubilee government has put in place, that women will no longer use jembes to till their land. Government will import between 7,000 and 10,000 tractors into the country so that we can be able to mechanize 2.5 million acres that is currently uncultivated, to expand our food production and make sure that the 5 million Kenyans who suffer hunger and starvation, hunger and starvation becomes a thing of the past. The Jubilee government will put under irrigation in 5 years another 1 million acres of what is currently land that is unused, yet we have sufficient water and enough technology and enough men and women to participate in irrigation so that we can eliminate the shame of hunger in areas that are arid and semi-arid. We are telling our pastoralists and our farmers, the Jubilee government is going to put in place a partnership between the private sector and government to secure farmers and pastoralists from the vagaries of weather, that a comprehensive livestock insurance scheme is going to be put in place by the Jubilee government to ensure that our pastoralists get earnings from livestock, and livestock does not become a punishment, but indeed it becomes a revenue earner for our country. Ladies and gentlemen, devolution is going to be the prime driver of participatory development in our country. The Jubilee government believes that more men and women, more Kenyans will have access to development, will contribute their ideas to influencing priority development initiatives, and will participate through direct public audit on government revenue if devolution is implemented. The Jubilee government will drive every nut and bolt to ensure that devolution is implemented within the first 1 year of coming into office, and make sure that, working with Parliament, we can pass all the necessary legislation and build capacities in our county governments so that they can appropriate responsibilities that have been given to them by the Constitution. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, There is a time for everything. There is a time to talk, and there is a time to act. A time to dream, and a time to work. The promise of Uhuru has been deferred for far too long. It can no longer wait. To translate that promise into tangible benefit, action is required. Action that will pull together the immense potential and energy of the people of Kenya into a transformative force and forge unity, prosperity, and happiness. Although Jubilee cannot boast long years in government, each one of us can confidently point to solid achievements during our brief stints in government. We are not in the business of trading excuses and accusations. God has been kind to us, offering us another opportunity to get it right under a new dispensation that guarantees equity, democracy, and development. We cannot squander such an opportunity. The time to act is now. The year is the Jubilee year. By the Jubilee generation and in this Jubilee election, we will realize our collective future, promise by promise, in steady steps from March 4th this year. The future of this country is in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Team up with the Jubilee and make it happen. Together, we shall rise up at dawn, work with all our hearts, all day, every day, until every pledge is fulfilled and discharged. You have seen us deliver before. You can trust us with your future. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude by telling every young person this election is going to be decided by the vote of the millions of young people. We are asking the young people of our country to think and think again. Their vote will determine which way this country goes. We are confident that under the leadership of Uhuru Kenyatta in the Jubilee coalition, we can be able to take this country to the next level. And let me tell every hustler and every sufferer, we want to build a Kenya where nobody is going to ask you who the name of your father is or where you come from. We want to build a nation that the children of the poor and the children of the rich will have the same opportunities to be able to make it in life in Kenya. I was particularly touched when I saw one person ask, how come William Ruto has made it? Yet he is a hustler and he is a child of a peasant farmer. And I want to say that is precisely why we need a Jubilee revolution, so that the children of the poor and the children of the rich can have equal access and can be children of one Kenya. With those many remarks, ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure, and join me in asking a man who I have known, who has a heart of gold, who believes in this country, who is unashamed about taking this country forward, who is unapologetic about him being Kenyan. One man who I believe, working with him and the whole lot of us, we will change this country and change it for the better.